Okay, so I made a previous video on why New Year's resolutions usually fail, and now I'm making a video on how to set your life goals. Again, I'm not some kind of guru. I'm just gonna tell you what I do, what I used, and I basically came up or saw somewhere, I don't remember exactly, the system where you write your goals and you write them on a specific time date. I've done this thing like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I came up with my goals and I actually made these Polaroid pictures with my goal and the picture of how it should look, in my opinion, in my vision. But clearly those things didn't work, though they helped me to stay to have some kind of focus on what I want, and over the years I can really remember what I want in life. I know my direction, I'm just not going towards it. And my mistake was that I didn't write any end dates to when I need to make it. So there were just some pretty pictures on my wall with the things I want and a short description of what, not description, a few words explaining. So basically I can see them right here, like travel the world, and it's hard to show in picture, so it's just a globe, or pump up. So this is one easier to show in picture. I found a picture of a body which I would prefer, so I added that picture and I added 2 words, pump up, or something like get the dream girl. So again, a picture is harder to find because you're not centered on what you want her to look like one particular way. I just have it in my head what I want her to be. So of course a lot of things you cannot explain in those short few words descriptions, but nevertheless it helped me to don't forget them. So I'm gonna jump to another camera to show them on my wall. Okay, so this is the wall I was talking about. As you can see, these are pictures on photo paper. I did them myself on Photoshop. So I did them like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. I don't actually remember that exactly. Again, build a dream school, buy a Porsche 911. Some of them have changed, some of them become more important, some of them I threw away. These are the smaller ones. And again, you can see I tried to write dates here and here and here, but I gave it too less time and it wasn't actually committed. So this is not gonna change your life. Again, it's not gonna do the work for you, but it helps. It helps you to stay concentrated and don't forget your dreams and your goals. So again, what I was talking about, this is actually my dream wall, because none of it is. The difference between a dream and a goal is that goal is bound by time and a goal is bound by commitment. and dream is just a dream. You have the thought in your mind. It's just wishing. Dreams are just wishing, and goals are actually achieving. So yeah, that's the difference. This is my dream wall, and I actually wrote a paper that's my goals, the same things expressed as goals, and I'm gonna show you it right now. So I don't know if you can see, this is an A3 paper, and I actually categorized, wrote things, wrote improvement, and wrote experience and other. So I think that's most of the categories of the goals you can have. The things you can buy. Improvement is improvement of yourself, or learning new skills. Experience is something emotional, and other is other. I cannot explain it easily. So there are those 4 categories. Then there is years. In 1 year's time, in 5 years time, and in 10 years time, and in 20 years time, 20 and more years time, the time date. And in some cases 5 years is not accurate enough, so I write additional note to 2021, so in 3 years time. So in this year my goals are to buy a motorcycle that should not be more than 2,000. It should be cheaper, but with all these goals I think I write a bigger price. So at the same moment I'm gonna show you on the screen how I actually determine the price, and the more accurate you are, the better. The more things you have here is better. So again, with the pictures you need to know what you want. So it's good if you have a picture next to it, right? To know exactly, so you don't compromise it. So a motorcycle, it should be less, but I wrote a higher number just in case, just to be sure. So we need $2,000 this year, 2,000 euros this year. 5 years, in 3 years time, buy an old Porsche 911, which is, again, as you can see, I scrolling through the page, it's cheaper than 150,000, but they're increasing in value, so they might be more expensive, and I might want a better one than this one. In 10 years time we have nothing. In 20 and more years time I have dream house, which is 100 million. Again, you can see here I'm going through Iron Man's house because I really like that house, and I just found on the webpage some accusations on how much it would cost, and I calculated that where I live it would be cheaper to build it, and I might not want that big of a house, so 100 million. Just to be safe, it might be 10 million, I don't know, but just to be safe, 100 million, and then build a dream school. Again, you can see even this page, I searched for this hotel in China. I really like the visual of it, and I know a place around the build this school, so I think the price they wrote is over exaggerated. They probably used a lot of gold and other things in there, so, and a lot of other buildings, so I wrote 500 mil just to be safe. Going to improvement, in 1 year time consume 100 books. Why I write consume and not read is because audiobooks, you don't read audiobooks, so I wrote consume. I counted again how many words I read per minute, and then I counted how many words there in a book, and I did a bunch of different counting, and basically I need to read, if I read 1 week book a week, there is like what 52 weeks in a year, so I need to read more than a book a week to consume 100, but I already consumed some books, like 30 books, so I have an advantage, and I believe that my reading speed will increase, because my reading speed now is average or below average, so I might be able to do that. And so book a week, and at least an hour a day. Do 10 pull-ups. It might seem easy to many of you. To me, it's actually not that easy to do them normal pull-ups or wide pull-ups. I'm 6.6 in feet, I think, and I am 200 centimeters, which is 2 meters, 201 centimeters maybe. And if you're a tall person, you should know that doing all exercises is harder, are harder. But again, these goals are not about showing off. It's about you. So it doesn't matter that to some it's really easy, but it's all about you in this case. Yeah, and the next goal I want to do in 1 year is learn ukulele, and I should probably write a few more. I want to learn to dance, and I want to learn to draw face. So yeah, so that's that. 5 years, learn 5 languages, so language a year. Pump up, I want to reach the shape I am in 2 years time, 2020. Run a marathon again in 2020, so I have 2 years to reach the shape I want and to be able to run a marathon. I want in 10 years time to consume 1,000 books, so a year 100 books. And nothing further for 10 more years. Experience wise, in this year I should work and I should not spend any money on experiences, but in 5 years time I want to do, have already been done all these things, is cliff jumping, free ride is basically snowboarding, not on a track but just on the mountain with no tracks. Go sailing, this is a particular thing I want to do, and it's I have a vision in my mind what I want to exactly to do. It's a lot of things to explain right here, so I'm not gonna explain it. I wanna go try surfing. I never tried surfing, and it's quite far away from here to surf anywhere usable. Sorry for my English again, so I don't make a lot of sense. I mumble, but I hope you bear with me. You can bear with me. Rule the skies, I want to do some parachuting or some want to glide, or I don't know what's the word for that. Stargaze, go to a place where there are no civilization nearby and where you can see the skies really clearly, and I want to see the skies that way, to see the stars that way, because nowhere near me there's too much civilization and I cannot see that. Make a family tree. Family tree is like that generation tree, you know, where like mother, father, son, and all that things, grandmother, and I want to make it really in depth. In 10 years time I want to travel the world, a lot of the world, and 20 years, and in 20 years time I want to go to space, because I believe in 20 years or more years we will be able to go to space. And I want to have been lived in 10 different places for like minimum 6 or 1 year. I want to really experience the culture, so that's why traveling the world is not enough. And in other is get a dream girl, inspire others, make my city better, make my country better, and make the world a better place. So this category is really difficult, and you cannot set dates to this category. You cannot set a date to find your dream girl in 1 year, for example, because I don't think you can rush these things, and when they happen, they happen. What happens when the year is coming to an end and you haven't found your dream girl? How you're gonna accelerate that? What you're gonna do is you're gonna panic and pretend you found your girlfriend, your dream girl, and it will actually be the wrong choice. So you cannot put a date to these ones, in my opinion. Those are the goals of my life. I probably have a few more, like making a family, but that's obvious, of course, and I might come up with new ones. I might delete old ones. I might add a bunch of small ones. So to be in specific, traveling the world, I could be really specific and write the places I want to go to, like 1,000 places. That would be better, but don't have time for that right now. Now, the thing I remember to mention is like, what if you don't know what you want? Or you don't know what you want, you don't know what you want to do in life. So this is not basic, this is not this dream, this goals of your life is not about your occupation, it's about your dream life. I don't know what I want to work, what kind of job I want to work, but I know what I want to do in life, what experiences I want to do. Like again, I want to travel the world, I know what girl I want to find, I know what car I want to buy, I know that I want to inspire others, but if you don't know, just try to think, if you had all the time in your life, no things that take your time, you don't need to go to work, you don't need to go to school, there is no thing you need to be, you just have all the time and all the money in the world, and you can do whatever you like. What would you do? And I believe most of the people, I believe all of the people should be able to come up with things they want to do. Like, again, like, I don't know, I don't care if you want to be Dan Bilzerian or if you want to be Mona Lisa, not Mona Lisa, Mother, what's the English translation? Mother Teresa? Mona Lisa. Yeah, so we don't care if you want to be Dan Bilzerian or you want to be Mother Teresa, it's up to you. But most of the people, I think all of the people, if they had all the freedom, all the money, all the resources, all the energy, what they would do, they can come up with those things, and those things are the things you put on your dream wall. Or not your dream wall, on your goal list. So making mistakes, like that was my dream wall, and it was dreams and not goals because it didn't have an end date. And that was my mistake. And there was a time I tried to add a date to a few of them, and I wasn't committed, and that was another mistake. And I added a few dates and they were too soon, like there was this pumping up, like getting the body in shape, right? And I gave it like a year's time, and I think it's impossible to get that in that shape in a year without any steroids or anything like that. And if it's possible, it's again, I wasn't committed to it. So I'm not gonna say that writing these goals are gonna magically change your life and you're gonna end up doing them all. Still need this inner drive, to find this inner drive, but they absolutely help to give direction. Yeah, so the things you would do are the things that you can write on your goal list. And if you don't know what you even would do if you had all the time, all the money, all the energy, and all the help, then if that's the case, I think you should try a lot of different things. You should just try all of them. You should try dancing, you should try traveling, you should try traveling solo, you should try traveling with friends, you should try working in some corporate job, you should try entrepreneurship, you should try cars, you should try adrenaline, like adventurous things. But I think most of the people, I think all of the people can come up with what you would do if they had all the power in the world, right? If you don't, I don't think it's the problem that you don't know what you would do. I think it's the problem in your mindset. You're some kind of depression, and I'm probably gonna talk about that in another video. What I think about depressions and all that, but yeah. So thanks for watching. I see you in the next video, and hope you subscribe. I really appreciate it. I want to make this channel like a family or a close friendship, right? I want to know my subscribers actually. So yeah, I hope to see you soon.